Yes, everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm not going to be going live because I ain't got that long in me, in all honesty. I've absolutely overcooked it with the walking that I'm doing, and it's wiped me out. So I'm doing this, and then I'm going to bed. Okay, so let's talk about that game. The first thing I think to say is one of the most complete performances we've seen under Erik ten Hag. Not one for getting giddy on this, but that's the fact. I thought there was... I'll tell you why it's complete, okay? We were tested defensively, and we looked pretty solid. We moved the ball through the thirds, the best I've seen us do it this season, and that doesn't mean just punting it. That means intelligent use of the space and use of different sort of channels of the pitch that we were going into. And then I saw us be mature and sensible, and at times try and slow the game down and try and exhibit an element of control. That, for me, is why I say it was one of the most complete performances. And it finishes 2-1, but it shouldn't be 2-1. It should be 3-1 because we've all seen the Antonio one. The exact same thing. And was it Real Sociedad last season? If there's a handball in the build-up, then it's not a goal. Okay, I can get behind that if that law is applied universally. If that law's not applied universally, what the fuck are we doing? You have to bring back the interpretation of whether or not it interfered with play or whether or not it was pure accidental. Marcus is jumping over somebody. There is no chance he knows where his arm is. So he's been robbed, in my opinion, there of a perfectly legitimate goal. Casemiro was given man of the match, and I would have to say, outside of the first 10 minutes, I mean, pretty much just one mistake, really. There was maybe a couple of passes that he put wayward. But, sorry. Outside of that, I thought it was a pretty good performance from Casemiro. A lot higher up the pitch than I thought it would be. And that, in turn, led to Christian Eriksen dealing with Iwobi, who I thought was a massive threat for Everton throughout the entirety of the game. And I thought once he switched over to the right-hand side, even though I know Everton pushed right up, I actually thought they lost a little bit of their threat when he moved over to that side. And I think all they started to do then was just sling crosses into the box for Calvert-Lewin to get his head on, which I don't think was being effective. I thought there was being much more effective with him sort of running down the centre and trying to break us up at that part. Cristiano Ronaldo gets his 700th goal. Congratulations to him. Antony and Martial started off brilliantly, sets up the first goal for Antony, who's took it absolutely fantastic. But then you go, this is the issue with Antony Martial, that if he can stay fit, he's just getting thrown back in your face constantly. Because if he could stay fit, there is a real player there, but you cannot trust a player that doesn't stay fit. Manchester United are going to have to go into the market now because even though Ronaldo scored today and I thought he played well, I don't think Ten Hag fancies him, and I think he's going to try and move him on. Marcus was probably the brightest. That's the reason I wanted Marcus to have that goal stand. Was that's probably been Marcus's most outstanding performance in a long time. He was looking to beat his man. He was looking to link up very well, and he just looked like he was at it today. And I think it's a real shame that he didn't come away with a goal because I think he arguably deserved one. Antony 3 in 3 Premier League games. Relatively quiet performances, but he's being clinical when he gets the opportunity. And even though I think all of us knew exactly how he was going to finish that, he still managed to put it away. David De Gea, I think it's worth mentioning. I saw him outside of his box. Still not seeing him come and claim stuff outside the 6-yard box just yet, but we're seeing De Gea come and claim stuff outside of his box. Now, whoever he's working with on a goalkeeping front, brilliant. Keep doing it with him. Let's see if we can make this guy be the goalkeeper that we hope he can, because he's got some attributes that are going to be extremely difficult for you to try and replicate as a goalkeeper. Yeah. Sorry. I'm absolutely fucked. That literally took everything I had. I was nearly on my knees today doing that walk. If you can get the rest of the attributes that I assume are learnable, like the stuff that De Gea's got when it comes to like reflex and instinctive saves, that seems like the hard part to me. The just coming out of your area under certain circumstances seems a lot more teachable, I think. Would you agree? Would you disagree? I don't know. Am I talking shit there or are you having that? But yeah, I liked it. Overall, really good performance. Victor Lindelof coming in and deputising for Varane brilliantly. Varane obviously getting a couple of minutes towards the end. positive thing to move forward with, I assume. Hopefully that he's coming back. It shows that we have got a third choice centre half ready to go if he's needed. Got McTominay coming on and shoring it up a little bit. I think Ten Hag comes away from there. Listen, Everton have massively outperformed lately and are a real tricky side to go and get points off. And I thought when they took the lead, the crowd is on its feet. The crowd is going absolutely wild. That's an intimidating atmosphere for a team that's short on confidence. The next 25, 30 minutes, Manchester United literally went and won that game. The game was done come half-time. Manchester United had done enough. We'd shown that we were able to dominate with the ball. We've shown, like I said at the start, composure, patience, maturity. I really, really think that was a seminal performance. Like, Everton are shit. You know what they are, right? On the whole, I thought they would be a lot worse off than they have been this season, but lately they've been tough, and they asked a lot of questions of us today, but we stood up and we dealt with them, and that would have been a game that we might have lost previously, but we've shown resilience. We've shown attitude and fight. But the most important thing, we didn't go there and snatch 3 points. We earned the 3 points. We put it on them, and we deserved what we got there. Luke Shaw played well. I thought, it's hard to pick out a poor performance from a United player today. That's why I think complete performance, whole team performance. Ten Hag will be absolutely delighted with what he's just seen from the lads in that performance. Obviously, we've got a lot more games this season, a lot more for us to go through. That is a big 3 points, a huge 3 points for Manchester United. And with what's going on with, obviously, Liverpool and Arsenal today, I'm just going to put up the league table and see where that leaves us. I think it leaves us just outside the top 4. It leaves us 5th, 1 point off 4th, played the same amount of games as Chelsea. Tottenham are 5 points clear, but we've got a game in hand on Tottenham, City and Arsenal, who are all a little bit further away from us at the moment. Arsenal's obviously only blemish on their copybook is Manchester United a few weeks ago. Liverpool now in 10th, level on points with Everton, West Ham and Brentford. 1 point behind Fulham, both in Bournemouth and Brighton and Newcastle and all the rest of them. Newcastle look hot at the moment. I think that's someone to be worried about. But when are people going to start talking about Trent? I'm going to make it my mission. If I'm well enough to go to London tomorrow to do the podcast with 5, I'm going to make it my mission to make sure Trent knows he's in the fucking final line, because he was shit again today. He was absolutely gash, and Jurgen Klopp can't keep denying it. He was absolutely turd, and it needs saying. But that now means Liverpool are 5 points off us. Which I think if you'd have said at the quarter mark of the season, Liverpool would be 5 points behind United, you probably would have assumed United have won like all 9 games or something, wouldn't you? Or all 8 games. But it's not the case. Next up for everyone then, we have got Newcastle next weekend, which is a massive game for United, and Liverpool have got City. So it's actually a chance for United to extend that lead over Liverpool. We could go 8 points clear of Liverpool. And that starts to get to, if it gets to double figures, that starts to be the sort of deficit that you don't overturn. So I would say this looks positive from a Manchester United point of view. We need Chelsea to drop points. They've got Everton next week. They've got Aston Villa. Tottenham have got Everton. So that could be a good one for us. Arsenal have got Leeds away, which the form they're in, you'd expect them to pick that one up, wouldn't you? But a positive week there, I would say, for Manchester United. Picking up 3 points on the road at a tough place to go. I think you've got to be happier than that. So well done, lads. Complete performance. Let's see if we can keep the ball rolling with another victory midweek in the next one. Hey, thank you for watching the video. If you are new around these parts, then don't forget to subscribe. My channel is proudly supported by my community on Patreon. If you'd like to get a little bit of extra content, a Discord group, meetups, 5-a-side games, weekly podcasts, behind the scenes, and even an occasional bit of transfer news as and when I get it, then for the price of a pint, you can show your appreciation for the content that we make and get some goodies for doing so as well. Check the link in the description or click the button right here. You'll also find all of my socials here too if you want to follow me on any of those platforms. Nice one.